All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. We're going to talk top 5 losers in the win over the Jaguars. Vikings are 7-2, so there's no losers, but we're going to talk about them anyways. This episode brought to you by BetUS. Use promo code YouTube150. Gets you 150% deposit bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. 125% on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000. Great customer service, fast payouts. BetUS will be taking a look at the Monday night odds here shortly, but let's get into the top 5 losers. And spoiler alert, we don't have 5, but we do have some losers.
Yeah, it was hard today, and it wasn't a perfect game by the Vikings by any means, but like there wasn't like a lot of guys who just stood out as being really, really bad today. So we did what we could do, and we found a few.
Sam Darnold, number 1 loser. Everybody's loser. We did the post game. He was pretty much, I think he was everybody's loser.
He was unanimous. Landslide, and he should have been. Red zone interceptions. Bad. He had 2 last week, 3 today. Again, I don't care how good of a football team you are. If you're turning the ball over in the red zone, taking points away from your team, it's a huge detriment to getting that W. Somehow the Vikings overcame it today, but it was no help to no thanks to Sam Darnold.
No, ugly throws, bad decision making. We could go down the list. It was just weird. It was I mean, usually Sam Darnold is good for one risky, gross throw, and sometimes that's an interception, sometimes it's not. Today he had like 7 of those things.
Yeah, he could have had 5 interceptions.
Sacks, not throwing the ball away, throwing the ball where throws should have never even been considered. Yep. The worst part about this is just the decision making. Like, it's not even just the bad throws. It's the thought that he's even throwing the ball. And this is going to be a huge concern. And really, he's got a lot to do before I'm comfortable with it. Every time he was dropping back in the second half, I was terrified.
Well, it's to the point where his head coach, who is also the play caller, realizes this, and it's really limiting what you can do, the trust you have in your quarterback to, finish the game, make calls that could be the, potential dagger. When you don't trust your quarterback, it really limits what you can do. And that's where Sam Darnold put his play caller in that position today.
And this is becoming a theme. This is becoming the norm. The last 3 weeks, it's been pretty bad. Sam Darnold's got a long way to go, and this is against a pretty bad team. We're not trying to be negative Nancy's here, Debbie Downers, but you can't do this against the Jaguars, and then all of a sudden when we got the Bears' solid defense coming up, we got the line, and we got some good teams coming up down the road. So
the Cardinals, there's good teams.
You got to turn this shit around. It's got to turn it around.
100%, you have to. You can't do it. Let's go to another loser. Let's go to our punter, Ryan Wright. Only had 2 punts today, but averaged 36.
And it comes down to the one. Right? It comes down to the punt that he had when it was key. Put him inside the 15. I mean, we're not asking for much, and he just kicked the thing sideways out of bounds. It was gross, and that's kind of been his thing. Like, when it comes to a very pressure punt, he doesn't really show up to the occasion.
Yeah, I think he's better punting from like his own 20 than he is from,
he is.
Something that has to be, with something short with touch. He can't do it. He's got a big old leg on him, big old hog on him, a big frothy hog. But he, when it comes to being, cute and accurate and maybe laying one in there, sneak one in there, he doesn't do well.
No, he does not. And the next guy, I'm just putting in here, like, I'm just kind of sick of this. It seems to be week in and week out. It's not like he screwed up. Brandon Powell calls a fair catch.
Yeah.
Whether somebody's, it's almost like the dudes are 15 yards away from him. He's calling a fair catch. I love the fact that he catches it. We never really have to worry about him dropping it. Return a punt, man. He's always calling a fair catch. Get some field position. Try.
Yeah, and this is kind of a double-edged sword because, like, we had
not a double-edged sword.
No, we did, because we had some major issues with our punt return game just a couple of weeks ago where, Jalen Miller was back there. He was like trying to make a one-handed Odell Beckham catch.
That's not Brandon Powell, though.
And then Brandon Powell came in there, and I even think in the London game, I thought he had a couple that were like shaky. He bounced off his chest. So I'm glad he's catching, like you said, but yeah, like, show some balls, like, especially the way the offense was going today, not be able to put points on the board, like. Sometimes you need a spark from the special teams to make you, just kind of get that fire back. And Brandon Powell is not even close to bringing that.
Yeah, it's just at some point you have to return a punt, and he did return one for 9 yards. I'm sure there was somebody not even within 50 yards of him for him to take that back. But again, we're being picky here. We're being picky. In the next one, we got one more, and let us know your comments. let us know your losers in the comment. But let's go quick over to the Monday night game. Bet US. Remember to use promo code YouTube150. Dolphins Rams. Doesn't sound like a great game to watch, but I'm surprised. It's only 1 point. 1 point. Who do you got?
I'm just, from what we saw from the Rams that Thursday, I feel this team is swinging on the upswing, and the Dolphins are not. So the 1 point, I'm going to take the Rams.
Oh, hell yeah. You got to take the Rams. Use that promo code YouTube150. We got one more loser, and it's Jalen Naylor.
Yeah.
The reverse call, was it a good call? Probably not. Did he have a lot of room there? Probably not. But, Jalen Naylor, just wide receiver 3, maybe our expectations are too high. I want more plays. I want better things coming out of this guy.
Yeah, 1 for 11. Trent Sherfield had the same stat line. And I feel like there was a play – we were trying to figure out what it was. Was it a drop pass? Was it something that he did earlier too that was kind of okay? But Jalen Naylor, I don't know. I mean,
speedy.
You get limited looks a game, so every time you actually get a target, you have to make the most of that. And when it comes your way, you have to catch it.
1 reception, 3 targets. Jalen Naylor. Let's make some plays out there, huh? What do you say?
Yeah, again, this might be nitpicky, but again, just watching the game, I remember feeling like Jalen Naylor maybe isn't doing his part. And you go back with the stats, I remember what he did wrong. It's maybe hard to find that, but again, that 1 for -7 on that reverse wasn't on him. But yeah, when you get 3 targets, make the most of it.
All right, those are our losers. But one thing is clear: the Vikings are not losers today. We are 7-2. And hit up Bet US. Use promo code YouTube150.
And remember this: the world record for the largest eggplant ever recorded was 8.33 pounds.
It's a big eggplant. It's big eggplant.